Welcome to WSJ After Hours. The classic Mint Julep is one of America's oldest known cocktails. It dates back to about 1840 or so when it originated in the South. In honor of this year's Kentucky Derby, we came down to the W downtown New York to check out how to make an updated Mint Julep.
I'm going to make the new old julep. It's a new modern twist on a very classic old cocktail. The julep we usually think of as a bourbon drink, which is the case most often, but back in the day it could have been made with peach brandy, with gin, with all sorts of spirits. So today I'm going to mix it up a little bit and use both gin and bourbon side by side in the new old julep. But I'm going to start off with some fresh mint. That's what the julep's really most famous for. I've got some loose mint leaves here. I'm going to put about 10 or 12 right into the bottom of this, my mixing glass, and then I'm going to add a bar spoon of simple syrup, so just a sugar water. About 1 bar spoon is enough to give a little touch of sweetness, but not too much, just to balance out the oils of the mint. And with that, what we want to do is gently muddle or gently bruise the mint to mix that in with the sugar. Not too aggressive, just a gentle touch. Okay. So now I'm going to add an ounce of Hudson baby bourbon. This is from upstate New York. That'll give us a nice rich whiskey flavor to the julep. And then, as I mentioned, some gin. I've chosen Hendrick's gin. We'll do an ounce of that too. Gin was very popular back in the day. And the original Georgia mint julep, as it was known, was made with something called a peach brandy. So I'm going to use just a dash, a ½ ounce of Apricot Brandy to give it that old southern style of flavor. And with all those ingredients in the mixing glass, I'm ready to give this a little shake. Just add some ice. Now, juleps can be made in many different ways. There's some classics like to make the julep in the actual glass that you drink from, but I find a little shake actually just helps to involve the mint flavor in the cocktail. Okay, now I'm going to set this aside for just one moment while we get to the fun part, which is preparing the ice. Now, the mint julep is famed for being a very cool and refreshing cocktail. One of the reasons is we use crushed ice. You can just imagine being down in the southern part of the country on a very hot and humid day, needing something really cool and refreshing. So what we do is we take one of these. This is called a Lewis bag. It's made from canvas, and we fill it with ice like I've just done. You gotta lay it down on the table or on the bar, take a mallet, a muddler works just fine, and we are smacking the ice. There we go. Take all your frustration out on the ice. And what that leaves you with is some beautiful dry crushed ice. Perfect for keeping your julep nice and cool. So we'll add that to our glass. And then back to the cocktail, we're going to strain that over the crushed ice. You might see a few little flecks of mint coming out, that's just fine. And if you wish to keep it extra cool, we can top up with a little more ice, which will hold our garnish nicely. And garnish with what other than some fresh mint. So we'll take a nice sprig of mint, give it a little clap. That just helps to bring out the aromas. Makes it smell beautiful. And we want to pop that right in the top of our cocktail so that it looks pretty, smells amazing, and most importantly, tastes delicious. That's the new old julep.
If you like the drink or you have any suggestions, do get in touch. Send me a tweet. This is El Ramirez for WSJ After Hours.